Hey, welcome back everybody. It's the two best looking guys on Facebook Live at Acclaimed today. Jerry from Iconic Cabinets, Kevin from Acclaimed Heating, Cooling and Furnace Cleaning. We just saw the amazing house and the amazing millwork that Jerry's company did. So now we'd like to get down to our segment of the Dear Keven letter segment that we do every Friday. This one here though, Jerry, this is a letter that somebody wrote you to Iconic that we're going to do. I also want to make sure that that everybody's aware of a few events that are going on in Edmonton this week. This weekend we've got the Edmonton Ice Castles, which is really cool. Have you ever been down there to see that?
No, I haven't actually.
You're going to this weekend?
I guess I am.
You are. It's a really amazing thing. It's like something that you almost see like on vodka commercials, you know, where they have those ice things. You can see one of those.
Can you do the shooters off the ice sculptures?
I don't know if they might, for sure. If you have your own, you can. There's nothing saying that you can't. So maybe,
where is
that's it. I think it's at Horillac Park, I believe.
Oh, that's right.
And if it's not at Horillac Park, I'm not sure, but that's where it's been in the past. So yeah, I think so too. That makes sense. So here we are. We're going to do the letter, Jerry. This letter, we've got it signed by Woodworking minus Patience equals Firewood. I'm sure there's some irony in there. So the letter reads, Dear Iconic, we are in the midst of a big renovation and getting quite frustrated. We've been getting mixed signals from various contractors about the materials that should be used, as well as what the overall cost of our millwork should be in our home. Furthermore, it's yet to be laid out for us plain and simple so that we can understand. Are you able to split this woody situation down into kindling so we can understand? That's a loaded letter, Jerry.
It is. So the big question here is, how much should you plan for your renovation? Like, how much do you plan on your kitchen? There's two ways that I look at it on how to get a number. First one is, if you went to buy a brand new car tomorrow, what would you buy? And how much would you spend? Let's use a Toyota, for example, right? So if you went and bought like a Yaris, you can get those for like $16,000, right? You can get a Land Cruiser for, or not, a 4Runner for 48, around there. So this gives you a number. So whatever you're comfortable with spending, and the brand of car you're willing to spend, if you buy a foreign car or a domestic car or whatever, it goes hand in hand. Because if you want the quality, then you would spend to get a better quality car. If you have the money, then you would spend the money to get a better quality, like a better product.
Sure. So
it's the same thing. So if you went with a $16,000 kitchen, you're not going to get the bells and whistles. You're not going to get wood doors. You're going to end up getting like a thermofoil or a laminate door or something like that. So we could fit any budget, but you have to figure out what your budget is. So when you ask a cabinet maker, how much should I plan on your kitchen? It's a loaded question for us. How do you answer that? What kind of car would you buy? How much would you pay? And that's the best way to go for that.
Well, I've got a question to follow up on that. So when you have a home, and your home, say, is going to have a budget of, let's say $1 million as a round number. So you've decided to build a beautiful home like this one. It's $1 million. Is there a certain amount that would be a common percentage of that?
Absolutely. That
would be a budget that might help people out when they're trying to forecast something like that?
Yeah. If you have, whatever the value of your home is, you should spend 10% on millwork.
Okay.
So if you have $1 million home, you should spend $100,000 on your millwork. If you only have a $400,000 home, you're not going to spend that kind of money. You have to stick within your budget.
Right. Okay. So there is kind of a percentage there. So depending on what your total budget is, that's a pretty good good guide to kind of guide you on with that.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for splitting that big piece of wood down into kindling so we can understand that a little bit better. So thanks for woodworking minus patience equals firewood. And hopefully there's going to be some fires and firewood this weekend.
Sounds good.
At the Edmonton Ice Castles Open.
See you there.
Have a great day, everybody.
Yeah, you too.
See you next week.